Let's take a look at the breaking news and AP stats for week 14. If you are on pace right now, week 14 will bring you into chapter 6. And in this material, you're going to be covering sections 6.2 and 6.3, which will actually wrap up the learning on Friday. The week before our Christmas break, the on-pace plan is to get your Chapter 6 test completed before you leave. The Chapter 6 test is just a one-day test combined of multiple choice and free response. For testing in these next 2 weeks, please do keep in mind, Thursday the 14th and Friday the 22nd, I will not be available for testing, so you will want to plan around that. You all should have received the update or email last week about the Chapter 4 deadline. If you have not completed your Chapter 4 material, you must complete all of your testing by Thursday, January 21st, right here, for Chapter 4. Any work or test not completed will get a 0 in Skyward and will stay at a 0 in Skyward. However, you are going to have to complete the material to move forward. So even if you're not done with Chapter 4 by the 21st, your grades at 0 will stay, but you need to get the work done. Please plan accordingly. So for the month of December, we only have 2 weeks of in-school time left for your material. The other thing I really want people who are behind pace in particular to keep in mind, we have 3 weeks in December, then when we get back from break, it's January. You have about 2.5 weeks, so we have this 1 week in January, a full week, and another full week. On January 19th is the semester end for first semester. You must be through Chapter 7. All the material up to Chapter 7 will be your final grade for first semester. So do not put the material off. Get going on the material and don't jam it all in. If you want to do well on this test on May 17th, if you're cramming in 2 or 3 chapters in 2 weeks, you're not going to retain the information as well as if you do it at a paced recommended schedule. So please start the material. Let me know how I can help you out and continue to forge ahead in your learning, and let me know if you have any questions. Followed by about 2.5 weeks in January, then that will bring us to the end of first semester. This is about 4.5 weeks of in-school time. Granted, you do have your 1.5 weeks for Christmas break. That is only about 5 weeks left. So about half of you still have to take your Chapter 4 test, so be really cautious. That means you have to take Chapter 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's over 3.5 chapters you have to complete yet within only a 5-week time period. Folks, I really caution you about this pacing. You need to stay more on pace with the material because cramming in 4 chapters of material in 5 weeks is not going to prepare you properly for that May 17th exam. And if you are really looking forward to getting college credit, I'm not sure if you're going to have it all retained in your brains well enough because it's such a quick time span. So do know I am making a change for second semester. When we start second semester, we're going to have chapters 8 through 12 left to do. Every chapter will now have a 2-week time period deadline. So per the scheduled testing date, I will give you 2 weeks. After that, the chapter work will no longer get credit in Skyward. So hopefully enforcing more of a deadline for each chapter will help you stay more on pace, learn the material more in a rich manner so that the May 17th exam, when you come on in, you'll be able to nail it and get out of there with a great score and get college credit. So in closing, for those of you a few chapters behind pace, I do encourage you to use these next 2 weeks in your Christmas break to get more caught up so that you don't feel like you're scrambling when it comes to January 19th. There is still time to make it a reasonable learning environment for you, but just use, again, these next 2 weeks very wisely. Feel free to come in with any questions, and I'll help you out as I can. Thanks. Have a great week.